get into some NBA talk a little bit. Discuss my most underrated player in the NBA right now. So right now, in most cases, there's a lot of talk about. There's been talk, Drew Holiday. I think in past discussions, mentioned a lot about being the most underrated player in the NBA. I understand it and I get it. Um, he has been, in past times, but I think there's somebody else who I think um, gets should be getting mentioned more of that. Um, Drew Holiday. I think listen to name a few players that um, I think Drew Holiday is starting to get more of that recognition that he's really a star in this league. Um, but CJ McCollum, he's a guy who I feel like had he been in the East, been playing in the East, he would have had about 4 or 5 All Stars. Um, but because he's been in the West, he's unfortunately hasn't been able to, make any. But if he if he'd been in the East for a number of years, he'd been at least 5. You know, definitely about 4. But you pushing maybe 5 All Stars if C.J. McCollum's in the East. Um, but another guy who I believe the most underrated player, but he's an All Star actually. Um, Donovan Mitchell. I think I think Donovan Mitchell is the most underrated guy right now in the NBA, and I'm gonna, think um, obviously he's an All Star. Obviously he's proven he's a star in this league. Um, uh, he doesn't get mentioned enough in the talks of the next tier of superstars in this league. Um, usually you hear Zion's, the Devin Booker's, the Shea Gills, the who else is up there that they is talked about the next Jason Tatum's, these guys in terms of the next tier of superstar guys in the league. I don't think that Donovan Mitchell gets mentioned enough in that group of that tier of next superstar. And the reason why I say that he has the talent and the ability, and he showcased that in his time playing. This is a guy who had put up 71 and 11. Like, really think about it. I mean, it wasn't even a matter of. I mean, when you think of a guy who is scores 71 points, 71 points in an NBA game, you would assume like, man, this guy he's having a very very good shooting day, scoring day, yeah. But then to tag on 11 assists, like, come on. I mean, that means he contributed damn near 100 points of that team. You know what I'm saying? And that's not something to be just, you know what I mean? I think that's a big deal. I don't think a lot of people, really give him that, that, um, that credit. You know what I'm saying, for the what he's done in this league. You know what I'm saying? A big part, I could say probably a big part of it is that he's played in small markets. Being in Utah, coming to Cleveland. These are generally small market teams, and then um, he's been able to make the playoffs, but not really having a team that can that was good enough to really, you know, uh, excel or, win in the playoffs. So, um, I think that kind of contributes to uh, why he hasn't been able to, he hasn't gotten that kind of like shine or whatever. But I was watching him Halloween Day, and I'm just like, yo, this dude's killing, man. Like he just getting to the rack, he getting to the bucket, he's scoring, he's getting assists, he's killing, and I just think that um, in terms of his ability, his capabilities, like these guys that the media and the NBA is mentioning for the next tier of superstar guys, because I think he has those abilities. He's up there with these guys, and so that's the person I would say, in my opinion, is the most underrated player in the NBA currently.